Good afternoon and welcome to a new thing I created. It's called the Tommy Maroon Show. Well, if you've watched WCTV, you know that this isn't new, but rather something I've done for a while now. But the Tommy Maroon Show, not the sports show, but Tommy Maroon Show. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a blast. We're going to enjoy our company out here on WHBW, which is once again your one stop for all things Highland and ball and wall. So you can see me bouncing at the bottom right corner of your screen. Yep, right there. Hi, everybody. I think we should have ourselves a dandy this week. Now, I intend to do this every Friday around 4 p.m. And looking at the time, it is indeed 3:51 p.m. So we're going to be looking forward to this one. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you get a kick out of it, because I know for a fact that this is something I've wanted to do for a long time on this YouTube channel. But here we are with the Tommy Maroon Show. How many people are tuning in? Nobody's tuning in. All right. Need to fix my screen. Unless it's a little off center. Hold on a minute, folks. Sorry about this once again. Just trying to fix my screen. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well then, there we go. That's more like it. That is a lot more like it, folks. I don't know if you can tell or whatnot. Let's see, right there looks good, right there. Yep, I'd say so. Anyways, feel free to comment. Feel free to say whatever you want on this channel, as long as if it's friendly, of course. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Hope you can enjoy this. But this week, as you can tell, we are going to do high school football picks. And this is what I intend to do for the next, 12 weeks. Because if I can pull up my calendar app, let's see what else is there. If I can get something going. Sorry about this, just trying to fix something. Sorry once again, just trying to make sure it works or whatnot, my calendar. But yeah, looking at the calendar, today is May 31st. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks to go till it's high school football. If we look up days until August 23rd, I want you folks to see this. Yup, 84 days to go. 84 days to go till it's time we rock and roll out here on high school football. And our first game we're going to cover this season is this one right here, Highland-Hudson. Let's get right into it. No, I don't want the dictionary app. But I do want to go through some picks. Some predictions. So for those that watch on WCTV, congratulations. You're going to get a head start on what I think is going to happen this year for 16 schools. I almost said 14 schools for some odd reason, but nope, it's 16 schools. But here we go. First things first, my good old Highland Hornets. I'm proud Highland alum, as you know by now, class of 22. Definitely one of the best times to be a Highland Hornet. We're going to start off our season against the Hudson Explorers. That's going to be a tough game. We lost to them last year. I got a bad feeling we'll lose to them this year. But Royalton should be a bounce back like last year. Honestly, if there's one thing that last year taught me, it's that we got a lot of easy teams, really. And no offense to the American Conference. I don't mean to say that in a bad way to the American Conference. It's just that looking at our schedule, seems like we should cruise through it. I mean, then again, you got Talmadge, Barberton. Those are tough schools. Aurora's always a tough school. They took us down last year at our house. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again this year. They're a good team. And, of course, never sleep on Revere or Roosevelt either. Copley and Cuyahoga Falls are going to be gimmies. We'll get to them in just a bit. But the Brunswick Blue Devils, they got a new coach. Think we should easily take them down, though. Copley, the same school we hung 88 points on last year at Copley Stadium, too. We just went absolutely bananas on them last year. Hey, I ain't complaining about it. It was one of the greatest games I ever got to call. I mean, 88 points. Not every day does your high school get to score 88 points in one game, but sure enough, that's exactly what we did. And 88-14. Still can't believe that game. At Talmadge, that won't be an easy game. I don't know who's quarterbacking us. I know Dylan got hurt last year. I know that we may have Dan quarterbacking us. He was a pitcher for us on the baseball team, of course. And when I was looking at the rosters from last year, he was one of our quarterbacks and a lineman as well. Very odd combo, but he's good at both. Let me assure you that. If not, it's probably going to be the senior Josh. But what I do know is that Talmadge is going to be on the road and a win. And then we go on the road to Barberton at Sharkey, pick up the win there. Then it's going to be the homecoming game, I believe, against Roosevelt. That's always fun to go homecoming, not the dance. That'd be odd if I go to the homecoming dance because, I don't know. I graduated from Highland, for God's sake. That would be super weird. But going to the football game is always special because I remember class color day felt like Christmas. I'd argue that's better than Christmas Day. And I can still hear Mr. Marquette telling us all that it looks like the student section always pukes out class color day on the football field at the end of the game. He doesn't care. He's happy about it. He enjoys it. I'm pretty sure nobody minds it one bit. Roosevelt will be the victim on homecoming. So, yep, we'll give us a win there. Revere. Here's the interesting thing. It's a Thursday night game, a senior night game, which is also Thursday. Yeah, not every day you get to play a Thursday night game, but we will, and I think we will win as well. So give me a win over the Minutemen Cuyahoga Falls. Should be a cakewalk. Now, Aurora, this is going to be a big game. This could be with the American Conference on the line once again. If you recall last year, both of our schools came into this unbeaten in American Conference play and 8-1 in the regular season, and only one could be crowned American Conference champions. Unfortunately for us, we did not win it. We lost 10-7 or 9-7, I beg your pardon. And well, it was a good game. Excuse me for 1 second. Just need to move the schedule down a little bit. There we go, because I'm going to put the final record right here. But anyways, this is going to be a good game. It's at Veterans Stadium in Aurora. I'd like to go to that game. That would actually be pretty fun. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking we pull out a win and will be a very good game. I like our odds of winning the conference for the second time in 3 years. 9-1, 7-0. Now, I do have a spreadsheet out for, who do you call him? Coach Gibbons. So if I can pull it up. We can pull it up. This might take a while, folks. So hang on, folks. I can also pull it on my phone. I just realized that. But yeah, never mind. I would pull it up on my phone, but I want you folks to see it. Football history. Highland Orange football history. There it is. Coach Gibbons, 71-29. If I can find it. Coach Gibbons, Mike Gibbons right there, only had one losing season in his tenure. No, I don't want to copy and paste anything. There we go. As you can tell, winning seasons in every season he's had except for 2019, which was a rough 4-6 season. But even so, we did great that year. I mean, we started off the season 0-5 and still did a dandy nonetheless. And of course, COVID season, we had no expectations, but found our way to find a winning season. Coach Gibbons, the all-time leading, he has a record for most wins in the history of Highland football. As you can tell, 71-29. I can see him going 80-30 bare minimum at the end of the season. We should get in the playoffs, that's for sure. Now, one of the most respected coaches in Northeast Ohio is also this guy, Bob Mihalik, of the Aurora Green Men. He has really done a great job throughout his tenure at Aurora. We'll start off with them. At Twinsburg, I believe that will be a win. Lutheran West, another win. West Geauga going to be a win as well. Unless Geauga, not that bad of a school, but I think they got it. And then Revere. Revere at Revere, Papano Stadium, an older stadium, but still a good stadium nonetheless. Still think they're going to win that. Copley will be a win. Falls win. Talmadge, I think they should win. I really think they're going to go 9-1 as well. I really do. I think we're going to give them their only loss. I mean, that's not saying that anything is going to happen. Of course, you never know what can happen. I think Aurora's very good at what they do, as I always say. But you never know. That's going to be one of the biggest games of the week. My goodness. One of the biggest games of the last week. That will be, let's see here. Where is it? October 25th, I think. Let's think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. October 25th will be the last week of high school football in the regular season. That's going to be a lot of fun. I wish we could play schools like St. Ed's and Massillon, Washington, Hoban, but we won't play St. Ed's ever. But we could, I repeat, could play Hoban or Massillon, Washington in the playoffs. We did beat Washington 11 years ago, if you remember, folks. I was in 4th grade when that happened. We played them at the University of Akron. We took them down, what was it, 17-14, somewhere around that neighborhood. I do know that. Anyways, looking at what the chat's saying right now. What is it saying? Wait, hold on. Tommy, if we somehow beat Hudson, we should be able to beat Aurora. I hope so. I hope so, because that would be pretty nice. I'd like to go 10-0. I'm pretty sure Coach Gibbons would love to go 10-0 as well, and the entire team would love to go 10-0. Hope you're enjoying your summer, folks. I know summertime has started at Highland High School. For me, it's started for the last few weeks. Good God, it's gone by fast already. Anyways, Barberton Magics, a team that won their first round of high school football playoff action last year, lost to the state runner-up Hoban Knights in Division II. They are one of the 3 Division II schools in the American Conference. Of course, we're one, and Cuyahoga Falls is another. Everyone else is Division III. I think that's why I feel like our schedule is always a little weak in football, because everyone else is Division III except Barberton and who else? Barberton, Cuyahoga Falls, Hudson, Royalton, and Brunswick. Those are 5 schools of your 10 altogether. My goodness. Anyways, losing my train of thought, the Wadsworth Grizzlies, I think they're going to lose to them at Sharkey, and then Stowe should be a win. Stowe's been kind of frozen solid lately. Don't know what's gone into them. And then South Range, I think they should win that. I thought I saw South Range on the other side, so apologies on my end. Think they should beat South Range. And then versus Talmadge. That will be a good game. I think they should squeak out a win there. Roosevelt will be a win as well against us. What did I say? I said it would be a loss, so there is that. Revere, I think they should beat Revere, Copley, Cuyahoga Falls. So ultimately, they will be 7-3 on the season. 7-3 and 5-2. Yes, 7-3, 5-2. I don't know if you can see it, folks. Yeah, you can see it. It's right next to me right there. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some good action out there in the American Conference. We ought to see good action in the American Conference. I know you got some bottom feeders out there, but you never know. You never know. Now it's time for the Copley Indians, led by BW alum John Kromelek. He was quarterback for us like 10 years ago. No, more than 10 years ago. He's a great guy. But still, he's coaching the Copley Indians, though. But Copley, here's the thing. I don't know if you folks heard. I don't know if you folks have seen it. But Copley's getting a new stadium on the exact same spot their old football stadium. So there is that. I've looked at it. It looks pretty darn good in my opinion. I can't wait to see what it looks like at the end of the day. Maybe it'll be worth going to and not smell so bad. I mean, Copley Stadium, once upon a time, was not really one of the best. I can look up new Copley Stadium. And where is it? It's right here. No. Yeah, but you can see it. Hopefully, yeah, some pictures right there. Yep, some renderings, of course. I think it should be good. I think it should be a good stadium. I am actually looking forward to see what they can make out of it. Well, anyways, losing my train of thought. Amherst Steel will be a loss. Firestone will win. Twinsburg Tigers a loss. And then they play us. Oh, God, they play us. The same school that hung a massive 88. That wasn't one goose egg. We laid 4 goose eggs. Oh, ye gods. 4 goose eggs. 1 on top, 1 on the bottom, then 1 on top, 1 at the bottom. That's 88 points. I don't think they're going to beat us. And then Aurora shouldn't be that good for them either. Another loss. Roosevelt, a loss. Falls, I think they should win, though, considering the fact that Falls isn't that good either, and they are home. Now, Barberton, I need to look at Barberton right now, and it looks like I have them losing to the Magics. And then Revere, I think they should win. That's always a big rivalry. It's going to be played on October 18th. Right here, October 18th. No, I do not want to start a new event. How do I delete it? There we go. Yeah, October 18th will be the game against Copley and Revere. 2 of the best rivals in Summit County for sure, in my opinion. At least that's how I feel. At least considering the fact that Akron St. V St. M is going to be a dead rivalry if it isn't already. It is a dead rivalry, so I stand corrected. So there is that. And then against Talmadge, I think they will probably lose now. Whoops, gotta fix that. And that'll be a loss. So at the end of the day, I think they'll go 3-7 and 2-5 in American Conference play. Up next, the Cuyahoga Falls Black Tigers against Firestone should be a win. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Of course, their head coach is Kevin Pask, as you could tell right there. If I can fix it. There we go. Right there. Springfield, I think we will see Cuyahoga Falls lose that game, but they should beat Southeast. Roosevelt, a loss. Revere, a loss. I think they aren't going to win a conference game. Come to think about it, no, they're probably not. Can't remember the last time they won a conference game. Let me pull it up on our good pal JoeIdle.com. Joe Idle. And so, yeah, I am doing an advertisement for him, I guess, but he's a cool dude. He really does a good job at this every year. 1-9. Let's think they lost everything that year. 2021, Region 5, Cuyahoga Falls. They lost every game in the conference. 2023 last year. Cuyahoga Falls. They've never won an American Conference game. Holy cow. I got a bad feeling that's going to stay the same. 2-8, 0-7. So maybe they'll prove me wrong. I hope they prove me wrong because I never like to see schools get absolutely decimated because it's never fun. I know that I've been on my fair share of teams that have lost bad, whether it's video games or whatnot. But, you know, it still is what it is, unfortunately. Up next, the Revere Minutemen. Revere Minutemen against Woodridge. I think they should win that. Against Garfield will win, but Ravenna they will lose. And then Aurora. So look, Aurora, I have them losing to Aurora. And then Cuyahoga Falls, I think I have them beating them. Talmadge, they'll probably lose. Barberton, I think I said a loss, if I'm not mistaken. I would not be mistaken. Then Highland, they'll lose to us. Whoops, not what I meant to do. And Copley, they'll lose to. And Roosevelt, they'll probably win. Actually, come to think about it, they probably won't. But that should be a good game nonetheless between those two schools. So anyways, the Minutemen, who we really showed out at Papano Stadium last year. Now, if you recall, last year we were on the road against the Minutemen. And our student section basically doubled them. It was absolutely nuts. I couldn't believe it. But that's just how it was, folks. That's just how it was. And let's look right here. Hold on a minute. Just need to fix something. Need to insert some columns to my right. Whoa, not what I meant to do. Hold on. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. No. There we go. Insert column. One column right. Command Y. There we go. Yeah, the reason why I did that is because you couldn't see Talmadge's schedule at first, but now you can see their schedule because we're getting to them next. But not yet, folks. Not yet. Yeah, up next are the Kent Roosevelt Rough Riders. That's kind of a hike from here, of course. That's about 40 minutes. Let me pull it up on my Maps app. I know I'm getting distracted pretty easily. But from my house, it's 21 miles and 40 minutes. So I was right. It was 40 minutes. I'm a smart guy, you know. Ravenna, I think they'll win. Worcester, a loss. Lakewood, a loss. Falls, they'll win. Barberton, they lose. And really, the American Conference seems pretty predictable, in my opinion. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. That's just how I visioned it, at least in my opinion. You know who are going to be the good schools. You know who are going to be the bad schools. You know that we're going to be on top. Aurora's going to be on top. Barberton, Talmadge, those are your top 4 schools in the American Conference. But still, you never know what can happen, folks. There's a reason why they play the games. Anyways, Talmadge at Brecksville, I think they'll lose, but then beat Elliott and then beat Green. Barberton, I think they will lose. And, of course, I've basically memorized what I think is going to happen. They will beat Revere. They will, whoops, not what I meant to do. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Aurora, they will probably lose. Falls, they will win. What do I have against Roosevelt? A win. And then Copley, a win. So a 6-4 record, 4-3 altogether. And I don't do the points altogether, but if I did, I'd be here all the way up till the football season began, which would not be fun. It would be actually rather daunting of a task for me, in my opinion. Oh, well, that's just how it is, I guess. Let's see. Never mind. Thought I could shrink the screen a little bit. Anyways, Highland wins the American Conference. I know there might be a little bit of a hometown bias right there, but that's what I think at least. Aurora 2nd, Barberton 3rd, Talmadge 4th, Roosevelt 5th, 6th, Copley 7th, Revere, dead last, Cuyahoga Falls. Now it's time to dance to the National Conference. Brecksville against Talmadge. What did I have there? I had Brecksville winning that. Maple Heights a win. Wake, I think they'll lose. Royalton, they should win. Wadsworth, a loss. Stowe, they should win. Hudson, they lose. Solon, I think they'll win. Honestly, they may not do that bad this year. I know they kind of had a rough season last year. Let me pull it up on joeidle.com. If I can see on... They're Division II, Region 6. They won 5-5 last year, so there was that. And in American Conference, or National Conference play, I beg your pardon, they went 1, 2, 4. 2 and 4. So that's not really that good. But what is good is I think they'll have a rebound here. Keep in mind, for the first time, these schools, except North Royalton, will get to their schedule in a bit. They play Solon in some National Conference play, which is going to be really interesting to see how that pans out. 6-4, 4-3, just like the Devils of Talmadge. Up next, Hudson. That's not going to be easy. We'll probably lose to them. They'll beat Worcester. They'll probably lose to Heights. And they'll beat Stowe, beat Twinsburg. Think Wadsworth. That's going to be a good game, but I think they'll lose that one considering the fact that they are, at Artwright Stadium in Wadsworth, Ohio, put right in the middle of a neighborhood, well off campus. Because, Wadsworth's basically got a campus, and is basically what they have. But still, nonetheless, a great place to be, Wadsworth. Brecksville, Think they should beat Brecksville. At least I say they'll beat Brecksville. Yes. Nordonia will win. Royalton will win. Solon will win. Wow, they're going to go 8-2, 6-1. Now remember, folks, Wadsworth did win the National Conference last year in high school football. They're not afraid to do it again, but I think it's going to be a good one, in my opinion. A good fight to see who comes out on top. And then we will have Nordonia Knights. We'll see what they can do. Against Bedford, they should win. Berea Mid-Park, another win. Mayfield, whoops, not what I meant to do. Mayfield will win. Solon will win. Royalton, they should be doing well this year. Whoops, not what I meant to do. What I have against Brecksville, they're going to beat Brecksville. I also expect them to go 8-2 this year. Of course, Stowe has been struggling lately. Whoops, not what I meant, not what I meant. 8-2, 5-2. So there's that. We'll get to the North Royalton Bears, one of my favorite schools to take on, considering the fact that how darn close they are to here, which is always a good thing, considering the fact that not only is it manageable driving distance for me, but also the fact that it is actually a good game. And considering the fact that we get good crowds every year we play them. Yes, sir. Maple Heights, I think they should win that one. We'll take a win over them. And then Ridgeville, they'll lose. Brecksville, I think, have a loss. Nordonia, loss. Padua wins. Stowe, I think they should win. Twinsburg, I think they should win. And lose to Hudson and Wadsworth, which pits them at a 4-6 record. They will have a 3-game winning streak right here against Stowe, Twinsburg. No, Padua, Stowe, Twinsburg. If it was Stowe, Twinsburg, Hudson, that'd be nuts. And then 2-4 in National Conference play. Don't know why they're not taking on Solon for some odd reason. But that's just how it is, I guess. I did look at the schedules. I got them early. I did not get them handed to me. I had to look them up. My search history looks like a bunch of team whatever schedule. Whatever high school schedule. Whatever high school schedule. Drive me nuts. Had to go on Max Preps. Couldn't have much luck. No luck on Joe Idol. Some luck on Huddle.com. And of course, a lot of luck on their official websites. So now the Solon Comets against the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs. Think they should win over, or lose to Olmsted Falls, then beat Strongsville, beat Shaker. I have for Nordonia. Nordonia, they will lose. I don't know what an O means in football. They will beat Stowe, probably beat Harding. Lose to Twinsburg. I have against the Brecksville Broadview Heights Bees. I had them losing to Brecksville Broadview Heights. So there was that. Brecksville will be a loss. Wadsworth another loss, and Hudson another loss. So another 4-6, 1-5 record for them. I think they would probably lose to the Bears. Oh no, that's definitely a toss-up in my opinion. It all depends on who's home. And I know Solon's kind of a hike from here. Considering the Suburban League map, I know it's really north of here, so there is that. Kind of hard to believe that they are there, but you know what? I enjoy their company. Stowe will lose to Medina. Then against Barberton, what did I say? A loss. Then against Massillon Jackson, I think they should winning, Then Hudson will be a loss. Solon, what did I have here? Solon, a loss. Brecksville, loss. I don't think they're going to win any conference games, actually. No, they won't. No, they will not. So let's look right here, folks, at the Solon Comets on Idol.com. What were they? I think they were Division 2, Region 5. Or not Solon. Stowe, I beg your pardon. Stowe was Division I, Region 1 last year. They went 1-9 last year. Their only win came in a 4-point win against the Bears. I think the Bears are going to get them this time, considering the fact that they are home. North Royalton is at least 1-9, 0-7. So there is that. We'll see how things continue to fare. I can't wait for it. Should be interesting. Anyways, the Twinsburg Tigers, looking at them against the Aurora Greenmen. Where can I fix it? There we go. The Aurora Greenmen, I think, will be a loss. Akron North a win. Copley a win. Loss. What did I say for Solon and Royalton, Brecksville? Against Twinsburg, they will win. Against North Royalton, they will lose. And then Brecksville, they will lose. So loss, win. 4-6 record, which means they will be 3-4. That means by process of elimination, Wadsworth will run the table in the National Conference. Wait, I have them losing to Wadsworth, Barberton. I have them losing to Wadsworth, indeed. Albany, I think they'll lose. Medina, they should have won. No, Medina, they will probably lose too. Medina's always good at what they do. And then they go unbeaten in American Conference or National Conference play, which gives us this, an 8-2 record, where they are 7-0. So there is that. Looking at it, Wadsworth wins the conference in second place. Ooh, forgot to write down Brecksville's. No, not Brecksville. Yeah, Brecksville's record. What did I have them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins and 4 losses. 6 wins, 4 losses. 4-3. And then Hudson, 8-2. What else? 8-2, 6-1. So Hudson second, Nordonia third, Brecksville third, or Brecksville fourth, North Royalton fifth, Solon sixth, and let's see who else was there. Actually, Twinsburg's going to be in there as well. And Stowe being the bottom feeders of it all. So there is that. Now, I did promise I would talk some, some college football, EA College Football, the video game. I really hope it's going to be good. Now, if there's one thing that they're trying to prove that it is not Madden. That is the furthest thing from Madden, that it will try its best to be a decent game. Now, will it be a decent game is the question. Let me pull up the trailer again. I would post it here on YouTube, but considering the fact that YouTube is probably going to copyright us for that, that would be a big no. That would be a big fat no. So looking at it, the college football deep dive. Kurt Herbstreit narrates it. He gives us everything. I look at it. It does look a little similar to Madden. It really kind of does, especially the fact that I fear it's going to be animation-based. They have the wear and tear feature on the players. So for those that are unaware, wear and tear is basically like a glorified injury version of it, as it shows, hey, if you got hit here, the chances of you coming back won't be good. So there is that. And it shows where you're banged up and all that fun stuff. Of course, they did show Texas State with a single-deck stadium, and Texas State's Barstool did complain about that. Was it Texas State? Let me check. I think it was Texas State. Yep, Texas State, all right. They did complain saying, hey, we're a double-decker stadium. Show us some respect. Yeah, One thing that does scare me is that it does show injury timeout like immediately when the play is done, which doesn't really make it that realistic. We don't know when the injury happens until it happens. But hopefully we won't see things in the game like the players do nothing and then it happens. And now the passing meter, it's kind of reminiscent to me on the vision cone. You folks remember the vision cone in Madden 06, right? It's It's just a giant light and shows who you can throw to, and you got to move it with the R analog stick, and it's horrible. It really does suck, and it's guaranteed interception. So there is that. I got a feeling it might be like that because considering the fact that you got to throw it hard, and if you don't throw it that easily, ooh boy, that won't be good. So yeah, going back up the video on my end a little bit. Player abilities is another thing. They remind me a lot of Superstar X Factors. I hope they're not Superstar X Factors. You got stuff like, let's see here, Sidestep was one of them, which shows that they're better at juke moves. Another one shows that they have Ball Hawk, which shows the interceptions off the passing throwing meter. And then, of course, you have the new kicking meter. And the kicking meter is kind of interesting because it goes up and down, sort of like a pendulum. And you got to hit it right at the middle, don't go up and down, up and down, up and down. And you got to get it right. And another thing that I don't like is that they have different types of catches in the game. So that's not good. But one of the best things I thought of in this game is that Stadium Pulse is back. Stadium Pulse is back. That's going to be exciting to see. Looking at it, you have 14 different hot routes, I should say. 14 different hot routes in the game. But yeah, Stadium Pulse. And there are different quarterbacks out there because considering the fact that if you have a bad quarterback, you probably won't do well. And it did show it all squiggly when, when you're on the road. Very reminiscent of the NCAA football games before it got sidelined for 11 years. And does have different style playbooks. It does have the flex bone, does have the triple option, which is pretty cool. Home field advantage, of course. We did talk about the Stadium Pulse. So there is that. They are showing different things. They are showing a lot of stuff. Now, I did hear that Virginia Tech will not go out to Enter Sandman, considering the fact that they cannot get the rights to the song EA, even though they are very rich and make a lot of money, and they're super greedy. And then, what else? No jump around in Wisconsin, unfortunately. That's one of my favorite traditions in all college football. But yeah, it's all going to be really based off the loud crowd noise, which is always good. It's hopefully going to feel different. They say it's going to feel different playing at, say, Dick's or InfoCision, where Ken and Akron play respectively. And, of course, the Big House and the Shoe, where, of course, Michigan and Ohio State play. There are different playbooks, of course, once again. You can do different adjustments, but that's stuff that I see in Madden. So there is that. There are options. And the playbooks are based off what they do in real life. And Iowa's a 71 overall offense. So that is pretty realistic, considering the fact that Iowa's not a good offense. And then revamped passing is the last thing I think Herbstreit looked at. Of course, that is the one I was talking about with the meter passing. Sort of like, I guess it's sort of like meter pitching in MVP baseball, what EA Sports did back in the early 2000s. 2003, 2004, 2005, but I don't know. Should you be hyped up for this game? My thing is, I am waiting. I am still waiting to hear more details. I know you can customize how deep your hot routes can go or whatnot, which is always a good thing to see. I'm a little concerned, though. We have learned nothing about the new college football game modes. And we know that there will be no mascot mode, no high school in Road to Glory, and probably no profile, no shrine. They're probably going to milk out Ultimate Team to death like EA Sports always does. They're probably going to have, Play Now, Dynasty, Road to Glory without high school, and probably some watered down stuff in both Dynasty and Road to Glory. They'll probably have some Ultimate Team that they'll shove down our throats. They will probably have, I tweeted about, if you don't follow me at Tommy Maroon 2 on Twitter, I don't blame you because, well, not a lot of stuff goes on there. And probably some stupid mode that nobody wants. sort of like The Yard or Superstar KO. I got a bad feeling that EA Sports is just going to do that. And everyone's like, what on earth is this? What on earth is that? And I got a bad feeling about it. Now, I don't know when they're going to drop stuff for game modes, but we can look up days until July 19th. July 19th is 49 days. We got 7 weeks to go till it's time to learn more about the new EA college football game. That's going to be very interesting. I think it's probably the most hyped up video game maybe in the history of video games, considering where we were for the last 11 years. This is going to be the first college football video game since 2013. I think it's going to be very cool to see. A lot of people flock to it, but I hope it's worth it. It may not be worth it, folks. And if it's not worth it, you're going to hear an earful from me on WCTV, WBWC, and maybe WHBW. You never know, folks. But what I do know is that we've gone on for about 41 minutes. Feel like that is just about enough time. Tommy Maroon here reminding you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. I hope to do this next week. I'd like to do this next week. And until then, I'm Tommy Maroon signing off. Remember, folks, Mondays, WBWC 6 to 10. I am on the radio. I am also on WCTV every week with the Tommy Maroon Sports Show, the Tommy Maroon Show right here. So there is that. Of course, I announce all Highland Ball and Wallace games here on WHBW, so please subscribe to that. Till next time, I'm Tommy.